everyone, it is Ashley here. I have my daughter Lainey here with me. She will be my assistant for all of these advanced turns. These need to start happening once the student has a regular double pirouette. Those are covered in our first turn technique video. So the first one we're going to work on today is our Coupé pirouette. Instead of the student bringing their leg up to passe here, instead Lainey's going to hit a coupé in the front. And remember, we talked about in some past videos that a coupé in the back, my heel touches, but my toes press away. In the front, my little toe is actually touching my ankle and my toes are pointed to face the side. She's also going to watch where her arm position is. It has to be lifted a little bit above the belly button and coming out to here. Lainey, go ahead and put your arms out. When our arms are out, if I push on them, they shouldn't really go anywhere. They need to be really, really tight. She's also going to engage her core and suck in, and we're also going to be working on her shoulders being right over her hips, because if you go off center at all, that's going to make you fall out of your turns. So Lainey has to engage here, she has to keep the shoulders over her hips, and she has to watch the placement of her foot as well. So there's lots to think about. We're going to prep this just like we'd prep a regular jazz pirouette. It'll go step right, left, and then her right foot is going to hook. So Lainey, let's do it without turning. We're just going to rise to the releve with a coupé. So we're going to go ball change and into our coupé position and up. You see how our foot is really placed and pointed right there and our arms are engaged. Now she's going to do a single pirouette. Now remember, these are advanced turns. The only way my students get this is to mess up sometimes. So she'll hit a lot of them, but there's times she'll mess up and she won't complete them and all. And that's just working toward it. All right, so let's hit a single coupé pirouette. Ball change, single step out. Now she's going to try it with a double coupé. And ball change, hit, hit. Another thing you'll see that Lainey's doing is she's spotting, and she'll do this with me. She finds something to focus on, and as we turn, then our head whips back to the front. Some of the dancers try to turn and they're looking everywhere as they turn. To get those sharp pirouettes where you're just hitting them, you have to have that spotting. So let's do one more double. 6, 7, 8. Ball change, turn, turn, and land. Now, something Lainey is working on, doesn't have it perfect all the time. To get her to spin even faster, she's learning to bring her hands, that you'll see them rise up and push up. And that'll create the aerodynamics to push her and make her be able to spin faster. So Lainey, go ahead and hit one of those. Good job. So she gets to spin it. Sometimes Lainey has to watch because it's easier for her to spin out of control. And Lainey just turned 13, but she's been working for these turns for a while. The next thing that Lainey can do pretty well is her fouettes. And this is the turn that all my younger dancers want to have, but most of them are not doing it correct. So we're going to go over the technique behind it. So she's going to go to the bar. She's going to stand in first position. Now, Lainey, bring your right leg up to me to the side. And she see her supporting leg is in a plie, foot is stretched, and her heel is up. I'm going to make her do it wrong. If their knee is up to the ceiling, it's wrong. It's got to turn. Now, she's going to rise to releve and go to second. Do you see how her leg stayed in that same level? It didn't drop down. So she's going to do 2 of these. Plie and lift, and plie and lift. Good job. The student needs to have that before they try to start turning. So now she's going to come up to the floor. The way we get into this turn is with a skater turn to begin it. She's going to ball change, and then her foot is only going to go this high off the ground for that initial turn. As soon as she hits the left front corner, she's going to plie, but her spot is going to remain to the front. Her head's going to remain to the front. Then she has to open to that second position, here and open. Some of the girls want to do crazy things with their hands, want to go behind them. It needs to be placed a little bit in front of them. So they turn, hit and open, hit and open. So Lainey's going to do the skater with 2 fouettes, and she's going to land in second. You can spin out of it. Go ahead. Plie, plie, out of it. She did her skater, she did one fouetté, and then she did a chaîné turn out of it. There's lots of combinations. Let's try to hit the skater with 2 fouettés, and I don't care how you come out, whatever you would like to do. But I want to see the 2 complete fouettés. Good job. All right, so you see that I'm looking for that plie, the height of the leg, but the students can really start working on these. We're now going to do another turn. So far we've covered coupé turns, and these are fouetté turns. Now we're going to do a double pirouette, just like they had learned originally. So their leg is up here in passe. She's going to plie out of it, and she's going to try to hit a leap out of that. And I don't care if you remain standing or go down, whatever you prefer to do. Okay, so she's going to hit a double and a leap out of it. Good job. So these turns can become more than just hitting your pirouette and stopping. There's all kinds of things they can do out of it. Some of our students will do like a double, and then they'll go into an illusion, which is something we can cover in another video, where that leg dips up and they come out of it. Lainey, how do you feel doing a double and stepping? You can put your hand down for the illusion. It's like, let's try it. Into the illusion. So, just double pirouette. Illusion. Good job. So you just got the gist of things that you can do out of a double pirouette. So we hope to see you working on your coupé pirouettes, your fouetté turns, and your doubles going out of leaps and into illusions as well. Thanks, everybody.